Hey everyone, Face here with my latest update for my NSEA protector model. As you can see, I've gone ahead and painted the main hull of the ship, as well as some of the various detail parts I've glued in place and painted. You can see that's what I guess would be the protector's equivalent to a deflector dish. I've mounted it in place, and not knowing for sure what those are, I'm going to go ahead and call them phaser strips, for lack of a better term. They've been glued in place and painted. So the primary hull is essentially finished, because not only have I done that, but I've also gone ahead and done all the windows. As I said before, I was using micro crystal clear, which, if you've never used it, it's basically like white glue. It dries clear, so it works perfectly as a window maker. You probably can't see it in the video there, but I will post some photos up on eScale Models. I applied it using a thumbtack. I just dipped it into the glue and just kind of put a little blob into each window, and it's water soluble, so you just wipe it off with wipe off the excess with a damp cloth, and it works great. It worked absolutely fantastically. I did have to do a second coat on a couple of windows, but nevertheless, it worked out great, and I highly recommend the technique to anybody who's thinking of lighting a Starship model of this scale. And of doing all the windows. Beyond that, I have gotten working on the wings. I've sprayed all the parts that are going to be the sort of light gray and masked them off. In addition, I've sprayed the white light block, or the black light block layer and the white reflective layer over top in the engine pods, and glued the blue vents for the actual engines in place. Finally, the lower wing root structure section. I'm working on it now. It was the only part of the model that really needed any filling, so far anyway. The gap between the wings here needed a little bit of putty and some sanding, and I'm not totally thrilled with how it's turned out, but I'll do a little bit more work to it yet before I call it good. Apart from that, there's not a whole lot else to say. I'm pretty much stuck where I am until I get my LEDs in the mail, which still haven't arrived. I'm hoping early this week. I'm recording this on Sunday, the 14th of March, so I'm hoping they're going to arrive Monday or Tuesday. If not, then, well, I guess I'll just have to hold off and do something else in the meantime. That's something else. Sorry, it's always a bit of a mess in here. Could be this. Yeah, I've gone on a bit of a bender recently. The hobby shop downtown where I live got these in a few days ago, and being a big fan of the movie, I decided to grab it, and I was going to do see what I was looking at. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to the Ion Nebulizer itself, basically like Galaxy Quest's equivalent to a phaser. Here, let me see. I've decided I'm going to light it, the same as I'm doing with the protector itself. I've already done a few modifications to the hand grip. I bought two of them because the first one I bought was, of all things, it was missing the freaking trigger. I mean, how do you leave the trigger out? But I've already gotten in contact with the people at Pegasus Hobbies, and they're going to provide me with a replacement, so that's no big deal. But I bought a second kit so that I could get the trigger out of it, and I've made a few modifications to the hand grip. I've added an electronic button there, so that the trigger actually will activate the lights. So I'm trying to keep it from falling apart, but as you can see, pull the trigger, it actually activates the button. So I did a test build last night, just as some dry fitting with a sample circuit, and it actually went together really, really well. This is the emitter nozzle. Oops. Damn my butterfingers. I have these huge sausage fingers, and working with tiny little parts, I tend to be a little clumsy. I can't even begin to tell you how many pieces of plastic or photo etch or this or that I've dropped in my carpet, never to be found again. Anyway, the emitter itself has a little clear part embedded in the back, which is perfectly sized for a 5mm LED. This is a red one. I don't have a blue one handy right now, but you can see it fits exactly right. This thing was built for this purpose. Oh, now the LED doesn't want to come out. Yeah, I'll get it later. What's more, it has a little hatch in the bottom of the gun that actually can function essentially as a battery door. Of all things, believe it or not, it actually has a freaking battery door built into it. So yeah, if I can't get some work done on my protector in the next couple days, I do have a single blue 5mm LED hiding around somewhere that I can plug into this thing and make it work, and have myself a neat little electronic toy gun inside of a couple days. Because, I mean, the parts fit is so great. It's got a few clear parts and odds and ends, but everything about it is just, it's so great that you can have this thing put together, built, and painted inside of probably a day. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with this. Not much else to say. I'm going to keep up with my my tutorial videos. I've got another one I'm going to edit as soon as I got to shoot and edit as soon as I'm finished with this. And so yeah, stay tuned, and happy modeling out there.